The wisdom behind the prohibition of usury. God Almighty has forbidden usury for many reasons, including the following. 1. Usury requires taking people's money unjustly. Usury is a reason for taking money without compensation or consideration, because selling 1 dirham for 2 dirhams, cash or on credit, results in 1 dirham without compensation. A Muslim's money is related to his needs and has great sanctity. He, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Allah has made your bloods, your properties, and your honor sacred to you, just as this day of yours, in this month of yours, in this country of yours, is sacred to you. Usury prevents people from engaging in earning money, because if the owner of the money is able, through the usury contract, to obtain excess money in cash or on credit, his earnings from work will be reduced, and he will be unable to bear the hardship of earning, trade, and difficult industries, and this will cause the benefits of creation to be cut off, which are only regulated by trade, crafts, and industries. Usury leads to the severance of good deeds between people, as it increases the money of the needy without any benefit to him, and the money of the usurer increases without any benefit to his brother. So he eats his brother's money unjustly, and his brother suffers the utmost harm. The usurer is characterized by his harsh nature, his stinginess in spending, his reluctance to give charity, and his avoidance of doing good deeds. Usury kills all feelings of compassion in a person, and the usurer does not hesitate to strip the debtor of his money. Most likely, the lender is rich and the borrower is poor. Saying that usury is permissible is allowing the rich to take extra money from the weak poor, and that is not permissible, by the mercy of the most merciful. The prohibition of usury has been established by the text, and the wisdom of all obligations does not have to be known to people, so it is necessary to be certain that the usury contract is prohibited. Verses prohibiting usury. God Almighty mentioned many verses in the Quran that indicate the prohibition of usury, including the following. Allah the Almighty said, "Those who consume interest cannot stand on the day of resurrection, except as one stands who is being beaten by Satan into insanity. That is because they say, trade is just like interest. But Allah has permitted trade and forbidden interest." Allah the Almighty informs us about those who consume interest and the evil end they will have and the severity of their fate, that they will rise from their graves confused, drunk, and disturbed, anticipating what awaited them because of what they had done, and they said that selling is like usury, and this only happens to someone who is extremely ignorant. So God punished them with the same conditions as they had, so their conditions became the conditions of the ignorant. And God responded to them and explained his great wisdom in permitting selling because of the general interest and great need in it, and his wisdom in prohibiting usury because of the injustice and bad consequences in it. God Almighty said, "And their taking of usury, although they were forbidden from it, and their consuming of people's wealth unjustly. And we have prepared for the disbelievers among them a painful punishment." On the authority of Abu Huraira, may God be pleased with him, who said, "Avoid the 7 destructive sins." They said, "O Messenger of God, what are they?" He said, "Associating partners with God, magic, killing a soul which God has forbidden except by right, consuming usury, consuming the wealth of an orphan, turning away on the day of battle and slandering chaste, believing women who are unaware."